Bendy and the Ink Machine is an indie mascot horror game that was released back in early 2017. Now, I never actually played it until about a year later in 2018 when it was released on consoles, the PS4 to be specific. When I first started the game, I was instantly blown away with the game's unique art style and the way that it immerses you into this cartoony world, which is still one of my favorite aspects about this game. What I also really liked about Bendy was the way the game made you feel like there was always someone or something watching you, as if there was always a present threat. A few examples of this include when you see Sammy standing on the balcony in Chapter 2, or when the Eek Demon would pop out of the walls, like he does in Chapter 3. The game does a really good job at making every character feel important, as you learn a lot about them and what they have been through in their tapes, scattered around the different chapters. My personal favorite was Sammy's tape from Chapter 2, and after his tape ends, you can still hear his voice talking, which once again helps the point of always being watched. It wouldn't be Bendy and the Ink Machine if I didn't talk about my man Boris. Let's just take a moment to admire this wolf. Alright, back to the video. This guy managed to not have any dialogue and still become my favorite character from this game. Like, dude was just chilling in the elevator throughout Chapter 3, and I love it. And whenever you have to put him down in Chapter 4, it was genuinely sad. Which also circles back to my point about making characters feel important, as it was impressive that they managed to have a character with no dialogue still feel so important. One final thing I wanted to talk about this game was the ending, which I feel was a little controversial, but I liked it. I thought that the loop ending was a great way to end the game and prove that Henry is just in a cycle. Now, a lot of people see the loop ending as a cheap cop-out, but if done right, loop endings are really good, and this game did it right. And it actually made sense for its lore, and the sequel further confirms that. So, all these years after this game's release, is it still peak? Yes, I think that this game is easily still peak. As it literally is one of the greatest mascot horror games, right next to Five Nights at Freddy's, of course. So, anyway, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!